Hey everybody, I'm Stick Vet. Besides writing comics, I'm the leader of a healthy veteran community called Stick Nation. This community is where I host Not a Counseling Groups, which is a format for veteran peer support groups that I designed to be adopted by any group, like an AA program, but for veteran growth and connection. Every summer, I'm traveling around the country to meet veterans in the community, because such a group requires actual face-to-face interaction, at least on some interval. I shake their hands and listen to their story. Then we've met. Then it's not an online group, and hopefully these actual connections are enough to inspire them to start a group in real life, meeting with each other, maybe once a week. On my trip, I got to meet up with 3 vets that are members of my team that helped me run Stick Nation. While we waited for vets in the community to show up at the public meetup, I turned the picnic into an impromptu podcast.
Hey everybody, it's Stick Vet, your friendly neighborhood veteran, and I'm here with 3 sticks from the Stick Nation community.
Wartorn Chuck,
Medicman,
Peredhel.
And this is episode 1 of the Stick Nation podcast. And this is totally our first recording.
we're making this up as we go.
But Medicman had a good starting point, and I was like, no, let me hit record and set up camera equipment for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, you still feel the moment? Go ahead, say it again.
Okay. All right. So, no, like any good military or veteran story, no shit. There I was, sitting in the chair over there, and I was about to say, Stick, what you built here today, hold that thought, set everything up.
Yeah.
But
Exactly how that happened.
But when I first met Stick on Facebook, prior to his exodus to Ohio, and everything he made hit something. Everything rang true to the path that everything is on. And I'm a local here from Washington, so growing up, part of our education was Washington State history. And the Nez Perce Warriors were something to be feared and respected. And when he brought forth the Warriors' reflection from their oral traditions, from their history, knowing that the great warriors that were in the past and how they cleansed themselves, the failure for our past couple generations to cleanse ourselves from war can be learned from their footsteps. It really rang true. I'm getting goosebumps, honestly, just thinking about it. To learn from the past, to serve those in the present.
And give the tools for those in the future.
Exactly. And the Stick Nation, I was immediately on board. 2 weeks after the server went live, I was on. Because it took me 2 weeks to find out about the server going live.
That might have been by design.
but
We're not ready to go live yet. What are you talking about?
but yeah, I was on board and in for the long haul.
I messaged you.
Yeah, I think you did.
I didn't even go live yet on public. I would have started with, there's been a lot of people who have gone out of their way to private message Stick Vet and say, lots of things. And so I just went through everyone. It was like, hey, I've started a community. And it started with those people who I know heard what I was trying to say,
Right. Yeah. And so, like I said, instantly I was on board. Because to this day, I feel like the systems that are in place, whether private military or private healthcare, military healthcare, VA healthcare, the services that are in place and the systems that are in order miss this part. The healing together, the focus on the squad-based healing mentality that Stick works on.
I don't know why you're having problems still. You're taking all of your medications.
Right? I do believe there's a comic about that. When you're making your VA claim and you're looking there, oh, hey, we want you to describe in detail the worst day of your life imaginable.
Yeah.
Please give us those gruesome details. And I'm like, oh my God, because you know,
the pencil snap on the comic spoke for all of us.
Oh,
didn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. That's the punchline. Is the pencil snap?
To do what?
And everything about that whole process rang true. Like I said, I ran into his comics in 14, 15 on my way out the door of the military myself. And so the timing rang true, the message rang true, and then Travis, the actual man, had his issues going on, and I'm like, dude, you always have a warm cot, always have a full meal. You're always welcome if you're ever in the Puyallup area, which just happened to be where I'm from. He goes on his exodus to Ohio to save his family, and then Stick Nation comes to fruition. And instantly, I was like, I have tools. I've done my version of this trip up the mountain. I'm still learning. I'm still healing, but I can help those get up here.
Right.
I use my tools as a VSO to help people start their path. And I'm like, let me be the VSO guide for the nation. And that's really how me getting involved in the Stick Nation really came to fruition, because here I am in a very unique position. The VSO is one of those things that I accidentally fell into. I had after I got out, I tried to be a firefighter, and I got hurt during training. So basically, they were like, "Thanks for trying. There's the door." I utilized my medical knowledge to be a medical assistant in a neurology clinic because of my TBI experience, and so I was able to help some people with their TBI issues, their the Alzheimer's issues, the memory issues, all that jazz, and then. I left because COVID. I've jumped between a couple different clinics because COVID happened and I lost my job. So then I went to nursing school, and nursing school really gave me a lot of the tools. Where they officially gave me a psychology class, and I learned the tools that Travis learned the hard way in combat, and I gave them a much needed veterans perspective on how mental health healing goes in that class. And I ended up dropping out of that because of issues that were going on at home. And my wife put down one rule. If you are going to drop out of nursing school, you need to get yourself to 100%. We cannot afford that. And so when I came back, I ran into my friend Tiffany, who has been my mentor and trainer throughout my whole entire VA professional life. She taught me the bureaucracy behind the VA, the VSO, the actual bureaucracy paperwork of being a VSO.
Those that don't know that word, that's bullshit.
And that's exactly what it is.
Thank God we're past 2 minutes.
And and when I finally reached my goal, I learned that the path isn't impossible. Is it difficult? Yes, it's hard, but it's not impossible. As a VSO, I have gotten many people now at 100%. And sometimes they're fresh out the gate. Sometimes they've been out for a minute.
Right.
Sometimes they've been out for a while. But I have found the tools and the language necessary to help those. And being able to share that, not just where I work on post, helping soldiers become veterans and find their way into veteranhood, but also with us here in the nation,
Right.
allowing those skills to grow and develop so I can help those around me find their path. I know that I'm working on a couple cases of just sticks. There's
Right.
a couple sticks that we're working on, and we've gotten some good results, but I know I can do better. And part of that is learning how to put the path of the Red Road into the words the VA understands. Because the healing portion is the important part. Yeah, don't get me wrong, being financially stable is important.
Right.
Having the benefits is really important. But being able to be secure enough in your surroundings that you can look inward to focus on your own healing. It is a very roundabout way of being able to put that the teachings that we're executing here to heal ourselves as a community. It puts us at a safe and respectable point, so that way we can reflect on ourselves. I feel like I've literally been rambling for like 5 minutes, but I know that this message is important because it's validation. It's validation for us, for them. Your experiences may vary, but your story is essentially the same. We were injured by our country, and they have failed to heal us. We have found amongst ourselves a method of healing ourselves, because there's no one else to guide us.
Right. And I wanted to let you cook for a reason. I didn't cut you because I want, when I say, hey, Stick Nation has a VSO, that sounds like a pathetic effort, potentially. Like, so does a Legion post, and I've been there. So I want people to know, like, no, this is the VSO that we have. I only have one. We're a small community, but the one that we have has passion that is worth respecting. And
like, out of the Stick people that you've helped with so far, what's your attrition rate for getting them at least improved?
I have one that was dragging his feet in the process, and now he's at 100%. I have a couple that we are in the evidence building process. Okay. And then I've got another one that is currently going to his VA appointments and executing the strategy that we came up with. Because you can't just go, it's just like a battle. You can't go in blindly. You have to come in with a game plan. Mm-hmm. And so far, like I said, I've got one in 100%, one that's still building the evidence that we need to get better. And we've got another one that's in the process of the evaluation stuff. So then comes the best part about this whole thing, the weight.
Right.
And you've also got several, myself included, who you are advising, because we have VSOs active on our cases already, but you are acting in an advisory capacity. Like, here's how I can help you in between your VSO appointments to whoever we're working with.
Or, hey, I thought about this, send this to your VSO. He might be able, or she might be able to help you out, where I can't because I physically am not your VSO.
Right.
Or, hey, Doc, can you look this over before I officially submit it? Can it be better before my VSO has to kick it back for the 4th, 5th time?
And there's been quite a few people in the channel that are like, hey, how do I find a VSO? How do I get this process started? Or more importantly, and the one that I cannot stress, why should I do this?
Yeah.
And that is something that is a part of healing that takes that first step, and it's hard because that is us coming to the determination that something in us is broken. And it's like when you go to AA and they say, "Hi, I'm an alcoholic." When they come to that term, that realization that they're broken, and that's something that we as veterans in the veteran community have a hard time doing. Being able to soften the inside so that we can say, hi, my name is Chris, and something's wrong with me. It's hard. It's hard. There's pride that gets in the way. There is all of the demons that have been represented get in the way, because that's their job. Their job as demons is to fool you, to mislead you, to influence you that everything is okay. The world is just peachy, and it's not you that's wrong, it's the world that's wrong.
And you've also helped a few people that I know of getting past that point of, I am not that bad. I didn't lose a limb. I didn't get my brain completely scrambled.
Yes.
I didn't lose an eye. I didn't suffer as much as so-and-so, so why should I file?
Right. Did you have that feeling too?
I would have been a lot worse off if I had not gotten lectured by at least 6 senior NCOs before I left my reserve unit in file with the VA immediately, or we will drag your ass there ourselves. Back in 08 when I left the reserves.
Yeah, good guys.
I had a bunch of broken old mechanics yelling
But they
at
already
me.
knew how to work the system because they were broken old mechanics.
Yeah.
in their job. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah.
they knew what they were doing.
They were, it
Yeah.
was P3 profiles
They do give
from
good
here to
advice.
there,
Those are the ones.
and I was already having leg issues, and it was, if you don't do it now, in 20 years when you try, they'll call it arthritis, so get your butt there or we're dragging you.
Yeah.
So I did the initials, and then I found out I really should have done other stuff, but those guys pushed me for the start. But the other things that you and Ray are talking me into filing is, oh, yeah, that really was a thing.
Yeah.
But because I did not lose a limb or come back completely scrambled in the brain or whatever,
Yeah.
it's like, why should I? I'm mostly okay. I didn't
But
get
see-
as bad
But
as
see,
them.
that's what me and Doc are saying to ourselves, and we've done it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
It's the
so
same
the
argument
standard
no
has
matter
to
what
be
it
the
is.
same.
Yeah.
So if
I
we
think,
think the same
shrink,
thing,
Yeah.
I think shrink talk is imposter syndrome, right? Isn't that, you know?
Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so what it
deserve
is?
it?
That.
Do we
Oh,
deserve it?
Yeah. So Dr. Shrink, in his existence in the comics, he would say that this is what we call imposter syndrome. I'm not that bad, so I don't deserve that. Well, the problem with that is it doesn't matter how bad you're broken.
if it's not zero,
You're broken.
Mhm.
Even if it's a ding in the
if it's
windshield,
not zero,
it's not
Oh,
zero.
you're saying
the ding in the
you
windshield
got out of the
can become
military?
a giant crack across if you don't take care of
Exactly.
it.
You're saying you got out and you have no bad limbs, no bad spine, no bad nothing. Every
You
part of
must
your
have
body
one
is
rough
perfectly
one.
fucking working. Like,
And what'd you say?
and
Right.
that's what it
Yeah.
is. And honestly,
That's
I have
zero
to
people.
thank my mom for it, because in the server on one of my pinned messages, I kind of go on my rant about imposter syndrome. And what the key line at the bottom is, and it's the one thing that my mom continually said to me. Thanks, Mom. It was, the Army broke you. They need to buy you, and this is how we do it.
that's a good one.
Right?
there we go. Jesus. Okay. And I have to double check because I'm too paranoid and I didn't admit it every single time.
Yeah, Travis is
See, and
broken.
this is
Travis
why
is
Eli.
broken.
If I double check 3 times, stop me. Stop me if I start going like, now we can start. Don't tackle my ass.
You know, you're just making the editing process worse at the end of all this.
No,
At
it's
least we're
just,
playing
like I said, we
fine.
got lots
This is
of
why
laugh
you got
track.
me.
We got laugh track going in the laugh track. We're good.
No, we're good. Okay. Oh, you sweeties. Okay. So, Peredhel, you came in and you're like, oh, I've got financial know-how. And I was like, nice. And you were like, I don't want to help vets with it. And I'm like, but do you though? Like,
Yeah, 'cause that's a topic that not everybody
Because
wants.
we can all agree that veterans are great
Like-
with their money.
like-
Absolutely the best.
you hadn't explained yourself yet, but I was like, you don't have good boundaries. You should.
The funny thing is I had run across the Stick That Comics on Facebook years and years ago, probably way back in your earlier days. I think I had probably in the algorithm I was looking at, Private Murphy or one of those guys. It linked me to you. This spoke to me. I kept following it, blah, blah. And you were off and on Facebook, and I'm terrible with social media, freely admit it. The only reason I'm on Discord as much as I am is because of you jokers, go figure. But you opened I think I came in maybe a month or two after the Discord went live, and some of that was do I really want to be on Discord more than, okay, yeah, this is worth it. And I kind of lurked around for a little while, and the Discord, at least from my lurking perspective, was kind of going through a bit of a growth spurt at the time. And it was the mental health specialists were in charge, which is great, but I could see that the business part was growing, but it may not have been being treated as such. And it's like, I don't see anybody on the finances side. So I have that, I want to support the mission. Okay, I'm not mental health. Mental maybe, but not mental health. But this is my strong point, because a lot of you guys are post 9/11 service, if I remember correctly. I went in actually before the towers fell. I joined in 2000 right out of high school.
Oh, okay.
So I was on active duty that day. And so I got out in 08, but GWA era. And I was a 73 Charlie for the non-Army of you that is finance specialist. I went into that MOS because I knew that in my civilian career, I wanted to be a bookkeeper, an accountant. and I continued that training during my service and afterwards. And it's like, okay, well, I'm freelancing, I'm part-timing. Okay, that damn master's degree made me learn nonprofit accounting and business accounting. Maybe I can make use of it here. So I reached out through Ray, and she connected me with Stick.
We love Ray.
Hi, Ray. And it kind of worked out from there, because it's like, oh yeah, we could definitely use that. So that's where I started, and that's where I got the nickname Finance Chick in the group. But one thing I kind of knew, but I'm learning more and more as I get to know more of our members, is that, I mean, we, in amongst all of our other demons, a lot of us have financial ups, downs, boneheaded decisions, whatever. We've all made them. We all have them somewhere. None of us are Warren Buffett here, right? But the more I'm talking with individuals, is no matter if you're at 100% or 20% or just getting off the ground, one thing the military did not teach us is financial skills at all. And none. You don't learn it in the average high school these days, and unless you had parents who taught you that skill, and let's face it, many parents are shy on that. I think I termed it to Ray as the Army or the Marines or whoever give you an allowance. You're 18 years old, you go into the service, all of a sudden you're making between $1 and $3 grand a month, depending on your pay scale and when you joined, etc. But you don't have bills. If you are single and have no dependents, you don't have rent. You live in the barracks.
Right.
They feed you.
All your bills are optional.
Right.
You can gain bills.
You can.
And if you don't pay them, you don't lose rent. You don't get kicked out. There's
You're not
no
gonna get kicked
eviction.
out, there's no eviction.
You can never run out of utilities.
Things have changed since I was in the barracks. But when I was in the barracks, I had my car and my cell phone.
No.
And
I had to pay for internet.
yeah, I didn't
Leave
have.
it. Not a threat.
I don't remember what the internet situation was, because I was in the old Cinder Block
Right.
barracks.
Yeah,
I had
What
internet,
internet?
but it wasn't
You were out
heavy
in 08,
use.
right?
I was out in 08, so I was at Drum in 2001, 2002.
Yeah.
So very early days. So, we had
Yeah, there was
computers,
no
but it
warrior
wasn't.
net yet.
No. But you really, for my era at least, you had your cell phone and your car and whatever snacks you wanted to go get at the PX.
Yep.
But you didn't have a big grocery bill. You
Lucky
ate in the
Jones.
DFAC. You had no rent. You had no power bill. So the Army
That was
basically
all.
handed you let's average it out, $1,500 a month allowance, minimal bills to pay, and basically told you the equivalent of what we would tell one of our kids: don't go spending it all on candy and chips at the convenience store.
Yeah.
And the only time that any time.
And we didn't. We were so good all the time.
Unless you
Ever.
weren't. No, I was going to say, unless you weren't.
then the Army is surprised when, or the Marines or
Private
whoever.
Snuffy doesn't know what's going on, and
Private
he's been dead.
Private Snuffy has gone out and bought a Maserati at 28% interest rate and is suddenly in debt.
This is now an introduction brief, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every private gets this brief. Don't go out there and buy a Charger
wish
at
they
23%.
I
No,
swear,
right?
I
Well,
swear
they
to God.
do now.
Yeah, they do.
But they don't listen.
No. But
The
and
stripper doesn't love you. The car dealer can make a better deal.
I heard they banned payday lenders
Diamond has
outside of
feelings
the
for me.
the bases, but I don't know if that's true.
It is true.
No, on the entrance roads.
Yes.
Doesn't mean they're not still
in
very
town.
nearby.
Yes.
But the thing is but some of us start with those boneheaded decisions, but we
It's
still
suffer for 'em
don't
for the rest of
learn,
the time.
and there's still no training. Your sergeant can get
Mhm.
after you for going and missing your bill. Hell, you could end up with an arrest warrant for, I'm aging myself here, bounce checks locally. I knew a couple people that happened to.
I'm not gonna lie. I have heard a lot of sob stories because my office at work is right next door to the financial readiness group.
Mhm.
So when I don't have customers, when I don't have clients in front of me, I listen to my husband was taken by an internet scam. Help me make a budget. What are you spending your money on? I've got 2 houses in such and such state that are rented out, but now the renters are acting like fools, or the management company isn't doing this, and now I have to pay this. I mean, it affects both. Yeah, we make fun of the private and the specialists and the PFC that go out there and marry the stripper and buy the expensive car. But I'm also hearing E6s, E7, E8, E9s that are like, listen, I've got 2 properties, and now somebody has partied entirely too hard, and I ripped the ceiling fan and light from the top, and now I've got mold in the house and this and that. And yeah, you're right. The army, the military in general don't provide these kinds of courses.
Right.
They expect you to go somewhere and learn this, if not learn from the beginning.
Right, but where do you go? Because
Exactly.
there's nothing on the base. This is not part. We get 1 million briefings a year on every subject in the world, except for the stuff that these
'Cause they're looking
boneheaded
for us right now.
18-year-olds don't learn because they're brand
Go to
new
the forum.
18-year-olds. They've gone
You
in
might
the
have-
service, and then they're in the service.
People
Right.
looking
So
for
what
us.
I'm experiencing with these guys within the group is I'm seeing this, and it's infuriating me even more than it already did.
Yeah.
So in addition to helping keep track of the group budget and help with, keep certain paperwork on track, I'm also now trying to teach old soldiers and Marines
Down
and
by the
whatever
fence.
some of the same things I'm actually trying to teach my teenagers.
Yeah.
And I don't mind teaching. I enjoy this, and I hope it prevents further problems. But in some ways, it's very infuriating because, again, I'm trying to teach my teenagers these things.
Yeah.
Why the fuck, if our parents weren't equipped, and not every parent is equipped to, or comfortable talking about it or whatever, why the hell did the military give us a couple $1,000s a month allowance and then not teach you proper usage of it?
Because it wasn't mission essential. And that's what it boils down to. The military broke us. And that includes financial readiness. How we spend our money, how we invest our funds.
Well,
And they never taught us how to use it. And
Well-
so when you're given when you haven't educated somebody or you haven't trained somebody and you let them run wild for years and years and years, they build all those bad habits.
and then they're twice as hard to break.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
one of the clearest memories I have of active duty was let's say mid-October, late October of 2001. I was up at Fort Drum. The 10th Mountain was one of the first units to go
Oh yeah.
overseas after the towers.
Yeah, they went to
They went with-
Afghanistan with the 101st, I do believe, and the
Right.
Rangers.
So me being a E3 finance person, I'm at the long tables in the big giant hall. Okay, do you have your allotments ready? Blah, blah, blah. All the readiness shit.
Mm-hmm.
One of the clearest memories I have is not reviewing, is your rent covered or this, is trying to talk to a bunch of 18, 19-year-old dummies, same age as me, who did not think that the $20 a month VGLI was worth it. Because they were not, I'm not married, I don't have kids. Okay, dude, I can understand maybe you don't think it is here. You're going to the sand. You're going to war.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? You ain't buying beer over there. So $20 a month. Okay, you're not married, no kids. What about your parents? What about your siblings? If something happens, maybe this pays for some college, whatever. But the sheer number of soldiers who did not understand I hope to God you come back in one piece and your family does not need this. But that $20 a month, how fucking important it could be if something happened to you.
Yeah.
That is, and nobody likes to think about mortality. Nobody likes to think about that. So life insurance is a very tough
And we're
financial
talking about
topic.
outside of the military, right?
No, this is just
No,
SGLI.
right before they went to Afghanistan, like right out the gate.
They're sitting
Right.
there
They
ready.
had you pay for that shit?
SGLI, $20 a
'Cause,
month.
like,
I'll write
well,
out of your
now-
phone.
Now it's automatic.
Now it's automatic.
Because
and
it's
not even
it's a
identified
deductible.
on the
Yeah.
DFAS.
Back then, you had to
Yeah,
opt
that's
into
wild. That's crazy.
You had to
opt in.
Opt in.
That's even crazier.
Because
Ah,
it
we
was-
don't care if you die.
it. But keep in mind, this was just coming off of peacetime. So,
Tactical pause for photo opportunity.
but
Yeah,
Screenshot.
I'm actually trying to show where we are because we have people muting us. There we go.
that's one of the clearest memories because
I didn't think about that part.
due to family circumstances, I had learned the value of life insurance in my
Yes,
teens.
That's why I was like, oh, check.
Due
People
to
might be
personal
here going,
family
"Where are you?"
circumstances. Sucky piece of knowledge, but I knew it. And then I'm sitting there talking to 19-year-olds like me. I was 19 at the time. None of us like thinking about dying. Which for
What
the
are you talking
average
about?
person-
I'm 19 years old. I'm invincible.
Exactly.
Invincible.
Right.
I'm bulletproof, and I'm 10 feet tall, and I can stomp
I took
mountains.
too many showers and rinsed my invincibility off.
Right.
Shouldn't have
the
ever
demi-guys
bathed.
ran off
You
of
guys
their
got
invisibility.
showers? You guys
Their
got
invisibility
showers?
cloak stopped working, right?
I just knew that the
But-
tall boys stopped running, and then I had to go fight somebody.
Right.
But that was like the first indication of, wow, soldiers are stupid about money. I hadn't even learned the private snuffy with the Mitsubishi thing yet.
Oh, that's
That's because they
had
had because they didn't have the war
Right.
money yet.
And nobody likes to think about dying, but in the time that you are literally preparing your paperwork to go over to the
Mhm.
sandbox,
SRP.
this
Yeah.
and you're not and you're thinking that $20 a month is a waste of money. That just struck me. Not just even basic budgeting, but wider knowledge of
Yeah.
finances that nobody was teaching them.
Nope.
Don't even get me started
Well,
on the legal and the number
so
of those
now-
idiots I sent over to the jack.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
we're now here in the Discord, I'm finding that, like you said, Doc, most of those habits have now compounded and piled over 5, 10, 15, however many years out of the service. So Finance Chick is now helping people at request, not constantly, but
Yeah.
can you look at my budget? Can you help me out with this? And if I don't have the knowledge, I can direct you to it. But it definitely is a interesting, I love to
But
help,
also-
but it's infuriating at the same time.
But
Just
also,
like
you're
your thing.
providing a path for them to figure it out. So it's an opportunity to do the work of getting your finances together, not
Have
you
somebody
do
it
the
for
finances for them. No,
Right.
It's okay. You need to get me this paperwork and this
And
bank statements, and then I can help you. And now,
And
now what you
some-
do with that numbers is you put them on this sheet, and then they do it, and you're
And
empowering
some people,
them.
some people it's as simple as let's put an Excel spreadsheet together. Other
Mhm.
times I get a little deeper in and it's like, okay, we might need to involve a lawyer here. We might need to involve this. And it hasn't come to this yet, but knowing you, Doc, maybe it gets to, I've had a family member who was so screwed up that the VA at one point assigned him I wish they had assigned him a financial fiduciary, but someone to go monitor his medications.
Mhm.
I know now the VA has those services for
Yep.
funding. So maybe the time will come where I'm having to say,
It's a voluntary.
you
thing,
are
right?
so thin. Yes, but
Your
you know what?
finances are so jacked up that you can't handle it. Let me
Well-
take the reins and get you back
Yeah.
at least on
Yeah.
the road.
right, or at least
Yeah.
if I can't do it, if I'm trying to teach you these habits and we're failing because something up here through no fault of your own,
Right. An
You know,
actual.
it's
Because maybe the army broke you.
right, the military broke you, and we can't teach you the same good habits that I'm trying to teach from a financial perspective, or Stick is trying to teach from the mental health perspective. This one's just the speed bump we're not getting over.
Yeah.
I now have, in addition to my own toolbox, I can now direct them. Like I said, I haven't had to do this yet. The day will come. We all know the day will come where I have to say, we're going to go talk to Doc and get you eval for a financial fiduciary. It might not be me, doesn't
Yeah.
have to be me, but let's get you eval because this is available through the VA. And I can now take your toolbox and
Yeah.
help each other out.
Right.
As like, bowling with the rails up.
It's like I said, it started with, hey, we got a business here. Maybe they need somebody to help track the money. I'm willing to help on that. And it's just kind of like yours, Doc, expanded from there.
Yeah.
And infuriates me. And I want to go rip some, I want to rip into some people at the Department of War and tell them, you need to teach these people stuff. They can go to the range, then they need to learn this. But unfortunately, I don't exactly have an in with the Secretary of War. So dang it, I guess I just have to do it from here.
Yep.
That's who we need to get into the Discord.
Pete Heg.
We need Hesga
Oh
into
my
the.
Little Petey. that was
Pistol Pete. That's what I'm calling him. Pistol Pete, baby.
oh my gosh.
Oh.
So yeah, that's the long-winded my rant, and trust me, I could keep going, but we'll zip it here
Right.
so Wartorn
No,
Chuck can
I mean,
tell
that's
his story.
I'm glad that you guys are cooking because it shows people the passion of this team that has gathered around me. It's not just like, oh, I want to help. It's like, no, these are people who want to make change.
Yeah.
Well, and I think
That's right.
at
You
least
bark at
for
that a
like,
little bit.
you know, in some ways, Stick, it's also that, you know,
The drums are out.
you started with
Threat.
the healing
Mhm.
mission.
Yeah.
And Doc is kind of like the obvious second part of that mission because he's the one who's going to help with, you know, the military broke you. Let's try to work on the fixing. In the meantime, let's get the people
you
who are
stable.
supposed to help fix you
Right.
in
Mhm.
process. But then there's so many other layers, and
Yeah.
finance isn't the only one. There could be, you know, there's other skill sets that are needed
Yeah.
as part of this whole thing.
We like to describe our healing journey as a climb up the mountain, but there are some people that can freehand it. Stick, when you started your climb to blaze the path, if you will, you did it with nothing but a fork and or a torch and your bare hands. You led the way.
Yeah, he was literally naked.
Yeah. But now we are developing.
Where's the lie?
You're not wrong.
But I think it also,
But we're developing the safety lines. We're making
Right.
the safety nets.
Right.
We are putting in the carabiners, the walk paths,
And clothing.
and
Well, yeah, we're saying that you don't have to do this naked anymore.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're saying we need a tailor to put some fig leaves together.
That's
Oh
right.
my gosh.
Like Adam and Eve making clothes.
to cover our shame.
Well, we're gonna cut somewhere in there. I
Right there,
swear to
right
God.
there.
But my
Perfect.
Here we all took goodbye, and 6,000 years later, this apple's getting harder to chew.
Very frequent cross-training.
But tonight